Yes, ladies and gentlemen, as you can tell, I am smiling ear to ear. Today on Vibes from the Six, we got a great panel for you guys. We got a great show for you guys. And we have to tell you guys that we're not going nowhere. We're here to stay. Yes, Arsenal Football Club is not going nowhere, ladies and gentlemen. We are here to stay. We are now 2 points behind Liverpool Football Club after we smashed them 3-1 at the Emirates today. Yes, 3-1. A lot of people were doubting us. A lot of people thought we weren't going to do it, but we did it, and I'm gassed. Also, Spurs capitulated to Everton. We're going to have to talk about that as Jay comes in and has to explain how his goalkeeper can't handle set pieces in England. We got to talk about it. I thought Vicario was the best informed keeper in the league. Doesn't look like it anymore, but Richarlison scoring goals for them, so give them credit. We're going to talk about Manchester United, and are they being overlooked? Are Manchester United being overlooked, and is their future brighter than we think? When you look at Rasmus Højlund, Garnacho, Kobe Mino, guys, Manchester United's future looks good, you know? We got to give them some credit. They look good. Then Chelsea, what's going on with their future? They're in the unknown. They're in the abyss. They lost to Wolves. Again. Guys, at this point, I used to be the guy who said Pochettino is not the problem. Pochettino is the scapegoat. But at this point, I concede. I think the Chelsea fans are all right. Pochettino don't know what he's doing. And he himself is admitting it. He's coming out saying, I'm not good enough to his players. The writing's on the wall. He's going to be sacked eventually. It's just, is it going to be next week? Is it going to be this week? Is it going to be tomorrow? When is Pochettino going to get sacked? We have to talk about this. All of this is going to be on today's show. Do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and also, if you guys haven't already checked it out, check out the title sponsor SofaScore in the comments. We got Man City fans thanking me in the chat. I love it. We got Man City fans thanking me in the chat. We got Gunners gassed in the chat. Let me know how you guys are feeling. People, first, I'm going to introduce Monty in the building. Monty's a Manchester United fan. He's happy. His team's won. His rivals, Liverpool, lost. He's loving life right now. Then we got the other guy, the Ramstan, the man who's not happy. His team lost. His team was supposed to be the team that was competing for the league and top of the league, winning, going 8 points clear. But no, there was a different plan.
Are we still top of the league, Gal?
There was a different plan.
No, today. Are we still top of the league, Gal?
Yes, you are still top of the league.
Okay, there we go. There we go. We'll get into it, bro. We'll get into it.
For how long? Also, we're gonna talk about how Konate, who Mr. Better than Saliba, better than Gabriel, couldn't even handle the Kai Havertz test. Yeah, bro. Don't worry, bro. I didn't like you did the same. I did the same thing to you with Conor Bradley. You could do the same with Konate, bro. It's all right, bro. It's all right. What happened in the FA Cup happened in the FA Cup, but what happened in the league?
Why are you going to win the league? You're going to win the league. You're going to win the league because I think we're going to win the FA Cup, bro.
Listen. You haven't beaten us in 2 years.
Bigger fish to fry, gal.
You haven't beaten us in the league in 2 years, and you're chatting about
we beat you in the FA, bro. We beat you in the cup, bro. We beat you in the knockout tournament, bro.
To add the next person, Yasin. We're waiting for Yasin to turn his camera on, but we got Vader. Vader's outside. He said, "Come outside to everybody right now."
Vader,
why are you always outside, Vader?
No, get inside.
Listen,
Vader,
listen. It's Sunday.
This is why you have to stay inside.
Put in some time with the family, but you know I didn't miss this game. And I'm making my way home right now because the cooking needs to happen at home. Listen.
Okay.
Igal. I said Liverpool were to win. I'm not gonna lie. I said Liverpool were to win. Klopp had everything. He had the players playing with emotion. He had the better attacking squad. Listen, everything was in Liverpool's favor. I expected a win, and what did Liverpool go and do? Probably showed the worst performance, not because of themselves, but because of Arsenal. Arsenal had them looking bad. And let's have the conversation when I get home about the best keeper in the world conversation. Let's have that.
We're going to talk about it. Just save it. Yasin, you there, Yasin? Yasin, you there? Yasin, are you there? Can you guys hear him? Nah, I can't hear him.
Yo, we go. I'm gonna turn my camera on. Yeah, I'm just back. I was great again.
Bro, you were telling me Poch out. You're telling me Poch out yesterday. Now I believe you. I get it, bro. I get it. You're
Pochettino has fucked my club. Get this uncle out of my club, bro. I swear to God. Listen, he has tarnished these players. He has tarnished Enzo Caicedo. He has tarnished Mudryk. He starts Sterling over him. This guy has fucked up this team, bro. Like, I'm telling you, get this guy out. I'm telling you, like, 1 second.
Okay, as you're waiting, we got one more person, Jay. Mr. Tottenham capitulated. What happened to your boys?
I mean, conceding 2 set pieces to Everton, one a late one. I mean, I won't really call it capitulation. Do you know what I mean? United versus Wolves, that's a capitulation. Do you know what I mean? Like conceding a 94th minute because our goalkeepers aren't protected. Like, I'm not wondering about the refs because you sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. Sometimes some of these challenges on Vicario, the ref will call them. Sometimes they don't. I don't particularly think they were fouls. I just think Spurs should have been stronger. We should have held up. Didn't play well. Just it happens, man. Like I said, you know, when you're in a position of a rebuild and when you're changing stuff about the team, you have random results which you know you should do better.
Man, I don't want to hear about Spurs, man. Let's talk about Arsenal. Liverpool.
Yeah, you know what I mean, like, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. Let's
Listen. I was literally about to say this is the best intro we've had in a long time. Everyone had a little bit of their say about their club. I love it. I think this is going to be a great show. But first things first, do you guys want to start with the main event? The game.
Of course, it just happened. It just happened.
Arsenal smashed Liverpool 3-1. And I think yesterday, I will tell you guys, Hamza was telling me, be confident. Yastin, you were telling me, be confident.
What did I tell you, bro?
Other people were telling me, Ego, be more confident. Believe in your team. I was like, guys, I'm worried. Liverpool look good. They're one of the best teams in the league this season. Ram is going to...
Them are frauds.
What happened? I think, should we let
say that again, Yasin? Do you want to talk about frauds when you're sitting in a glass house,
bro?
Do you want to talk about frauds when you're sitting in a glass house, my friend?
Right. One thing I would say,
remind you, Conor Bradley, yeah, Conor Bradley.
I was actually going to mention Conor Bradley because, like, I know obviously he's not as good as Trent, but it cannot be just a wild coincidence.
Jay, he couldn't play. He couldn't play.
No, I know he couldn't play. I'm saying it can't be a wild coincidence that Liverpool had the 2 previous results that they had with Conor Bradley playing in the team, and you know if Trent can't invert, I'm not saying he looks disinterested, but it's like sometimes you have to be a proper fullback. You have to just do the fullback job, and you know, strolling into midfield, controlling the play is all good, but Martinelli had a field day, and that was Trent's side. So, in as much as I don't want to blame him for the individual interactions with Martinelli, that was a long day for Liverpool's defense, and Arsenal well deserved. And this is the main difference between this game and the FA Cup game is Arsenal just scored. Like the level of domination Arsenal had in the first half in both games was quite similar. It's just Arsenal scored in this game. Whereas they didn't in the other. And, you know, obviously Liverpool let them get back. Liverpool, bad mistake by Alisson and Van Dijk. I originally wanted to give the mistake to Van Dijk, to Alisson, but then I actually think it's a genuine 50-50 mistake. You have to attribute the blame equally to both of them because whilst Van Dijk...
Nope, it's all Alisson, all of it.
No. If you watch it...
Let have his agendas, man.
When you actually watch it, Van Dijk is in the way of the ball. So Alisson can't actually kick the ball because where the ball is, Van Dijk is actually stood in front of it. So that's why he misses the ball because the alternative, he would literally kick Van Dijk. He wouldn't go and watch it again. There's no way he can kick that ball with where Van Dijk is standing. Like as
my friend.
Unless he wants to kick Van Dijk as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You'd have to kick Van Dijk to kick the ball.
I don't want to hear none of this. If this
listen, I'm not an agenda guy. Unfortunately, I'll leave that to you guys. That was my synopsis of the game. Over to you, boys.
I'm not trying to hear none of that. If this is a certain Harry Maguire or a certain United keeper with a high top,
Nana.
If that was them two made that mistake, wallahi, it will be all over the internet.
Yeah, but Monty,
I'm
not saying it's not a terrible mistake. Monty, I'm not saying it's not a terrible mistake. All I'm saying is, in terms of attributing the blame of the mistake, I was splitting it between.
Okay, one second.
Don't ever in your life compare Van Statue to Terry in your life ever again. Van Statue.
Whenever, ever.
Van Twerk. What is he doing?
Whenever, ever.
Okay, one second.
One second. Come on, man.
Let's break it down. One second. Let's break it down. Who's at fault? Alisson?
So I'm saying, this is exactly what I said. You see where Van Dijk's body is, where the ball is. Alisson can't get to the ball. You even see where his foot is there. You can't get to the ball because Van Dijk stood in front of it. So
nah. Jay, as a keeper, you command what's happening. You see everything. He should have been calling Van Dijk off of there from time to have that space.
Bro, that's absolutely fine. But I get what you're saying, and I'm not saying that Alisson couldn't have done more there. But I'm saying Van Dijk is stood in front of the ball. Like he if you watch the replay of the goal, I blamed Alisson completely, but I saw a certain angle, and I was like, actually,
look at this angle.
So it's I'll try and find one for you.
The thing is, we can't run the video in it for copyright. But
we can't run the video. But from this angle, it looks like Van Dijk is definitely blocking the ball.
No, of course. Listen. But you need to understand, in real time, Van Dijk. First of all, why are you trying to shield the ball when you're that far out from goal, especially when you're not in the box? You see the Gabriel own goal. That is 100% on Raya. That one is Raya's fault. You can see Saliba.
No, it's not. That's not. No.
This one's also on Saliba.
Hold on. No. Raya, you see that he's in the box. Raya should claim. You see your centre back is shielding the ball. That is your signal to go come and
right. Okay. Right? But by the same token, Saliba had control of the situation and abdicated responsibility.
No, Jay, Saliba had control of the ball.
Long story short, you want to keep it simple? You want to keep it simple? If the ball is in the box, it's on the keeper to come claim it.
Yeah,
the ball is out of the box.
It's difficult. No, but it's difficult. It's difficult, Gal, because say if you were a goalkeeper and I had control of the ball and I had every right to clear it.
No, I'm giving Van Dijk blame, not Alisson.
Oh no, I think Van Dijk was a bit soft against Martinelli. I think he should have bodied him.
No, but
I thought both your centre backs got bodied by our players. Did you see Kai Havertz body Konate?
Who? Say names. Who?
Konate. Who's Konate? Who? I thought Konate was supposed to be this big deal.
Oh yeah. Like how Gabriel should have got sent off. I like how Gabriel should have got sent off for pulling back Darwin Nunez.
Did Saliba not make a mistake against Nottingham Forest too? So that's 2 mistakes in a row.
Oh yeah, I want you bodied him. You bodied him.
Like
how Luis Diaz bodied William Saliba.
I'm simply saying Saliba was voted man of the match in the previous game versus Liverpool. That's 2 games Konate played against Arsenal, and in both games he hasn't looked good.
And was wrongly given man of the match.
No, Jorginho was given man of the match.
I'm not disputing. I'm just saying with that ball, in my opinion, the Raya Saliba situation is that Saliba has control of the ball. Yeah, he then chooses to shield the ball until it gets to the goalie. So 1, the pace on the ball maybe wasn't enough. 2, he's asking Raya to come out. Yeah, you don't know if Raya wants to come out or not. Yeah, Raya
no, but in that moment, you may not.
Raya has the ball. It's nearly half time.
Jay, let me make it simple for you.
He can knock the ball out for a corner and reset.
Jay. I hold the goalkeeper accountable because his miscommunication led the player to not clear it.
You can't hold Raya responsible when Saliba has control of the ball.
No,
Saliba Saliba lets Diaz past him. So not only does he not clear the ball, he also lets the player that he shielded get around him. How is that not Saliba's fault?
No, but you have to.
You can hold Saliba accountable, but I'm holding the goalkeeper accountable for the miscommunication.
You can't hold the goalie accountable when Saliba had control of the ball.
No,
it's
but
his
Jay,
fault.
at that moment, it should be a trigger point because you clearly see
the keeper can come out. The keeper can come out. You can say the keeper should have come out, but Saliba has control of the ball, so you have to blame Saliba.
Yes, but guess what? It was at the end of the half. All it needed was for Raya to come, catch the ball, go down. Half is done. Half is done. That's my point. Look,
Could you not say the same thing? All Saliba needs to do is knock it out for a corner, let them reset and defend.
No, but
and
at
go
that
into
point,
halftime.
Okay, but you want to know something? You want to know something? Outside of the goal that we gave them, they did fuck all.
Yeah, they did nothing.
Yeah, they did nothing. They did nothing.
Yeah,
They
yes.
did nothing.
we were shit.
Before we go to Ram, yes.
Yeah. What happened to the best attack, huh?
What did you
happened to the
think,
best
Yasin?
attack?
What was your match
Crazy.
reaction? I know Yasin always has something interesting to say.
Nah, for me, I think Arsenal, there was one winner in this game. I think the way Arsenal dominated Liverpool in the FA Cup, yeah, they didn't win. Obviously, Liverpool found ways. I just think Arsenal, this game, there was obviously, you don't argue about this. I think Arsenal are a much better team. They dominated them. Arsenal chewed up these guys and spat them out, yeah. One of them, these guys, they got flung away, bro. Listen, I'm talking about Liverpool only know how to turn up in small games. Big games, they've been exposed. Enzo owned their midfield for a reason. The reason why they beat us is with corruption. The referees help you. That's why.
Enzo owned him on midfield, yet Conor Bradley was running rings around him, my bro.
With corruption, Conor Bradley.
20-year-old Conor Bradley, you know. And
Conor Bradley
saying Enzo owns my midfield.
You
Didn't
bought the refs.
Didn't McAllister body both Caicedo and Enzo at Anfield, my bro?
When?
Oh, yeah, he did. Sorry, he did. Bro, never mind.
Yeah, well, either way,
Continue.
Enzo dominated your midfield. There's a reason why he dominated your midfield. Your midfield,
Hey, Gal, remind me what Enzo did at Anfield, my bro. Remind me, please. Nothing, exactly.
He couldn't do anything because Liverpool.
Simply put, I'm gonna put out a poll. On the whole Van Dijk Alisson thing. But Yasin, you're basically saying Arsenal just hands and better than Liverpool. Are ignoring
Arsenal
their
are a better
injuries.
team than Liverpool. 100%, they're a better team than Liverpool.
What if their players are fully fit? You think it's a different game?
Hold on.
Fully fit. Listen. Liverpool's players were fully fit when they drew with Arsenal at Anfield. So
no, they weren't.
When you talk,
they were
about
fully fit, bro.
being,
They were fully fit.
Because McAllister wasn't playing. McAllister wasn't playing, my bro.
Before we get into the nuance of the point, when you say they're a better team, are you kind of subtracting some of what Liverpool's effectiveness is in them being a good team
as well?
No, I just think Arsenal's team are more experienced because we saw it last season how they were in a title race.
More experienced.
100%.
What have they done?
Last season, Arsenal.
No, what have they done? No, what have they done to be more experienced?
Arsenal last season were in a title race, and Arsenal were in a title race last season, and they proved why they can challenge the title. This Liverpool team, the reason why they're top of the league is because of scrappy lucky wins. You're not even that good. Let's be real.
Yasin. My team has won a league title. My players, my captains won a league title.
4 years ago. 4 years ago.
What do you mean 4 years ago? They won. How many players have won a league title in their team?
Yeah, but your midfield is really different.
Your attack is different.
Your attack is different. Your midfield is different.
He got mugged off by his own team.
What's the The only players that are from that league title winning campaign is only Van Dijk and Trent. Your team
Van Dijk, Alisson, Trent, Robbo,
Salah,
Gomez, Salah.
Robertson hasn't even played for most of the games. So
Gomez.
It's only Salah, Van Dijk, and Alisson. That's it.
Gomez.
Listen. Obviously, the majority.
Listen, bro, just answer the question, bro. I'm telling you all these players that won league titles with us, and you're saying no, bro.
You could have simply just said Arteta outmastered Klopp today, because I think that's what he did.
He did, of course, he did. 100%. No, I think Arteta came with a plan. He executed his plan perfectly, and yeah, he won.
So for me,
on Klopp's farewell parade.
But for me, the thing is, what Arsenal did today, in my opinion, watching the game, is Arsenal. This is where you saw the limitations of this Liverpool team. Like when Szoboszlai's out, you saw them not having a proper six today. You saw the impact of them not having a proper six in the team. You saw the impact of the missing Salah. Obviously, that to me has a bigger. Gravenberch looked way off the pace, way off the pace. It was like them playing with 10 men almost. But the thing is that this is where you see Liverpool exposed a little bit more, and it's not coincidence. Arsenal wiped them in the first half in the FA Cup. They wiped them again here. It almost seems a point where, yeah, I can see when you put these two teams side by side, you might think Arsenal are the better side, but that takes out some of Liverpool's stuff like the effectiveness. Darwin wasn't fit enough to start, etc. So Liverpool can say a few things as to why they weren't capable of winning. Arsenal will say, well, we played certain games without Timber, without Tomiyasu. Everyone gets injuries. So yeah, and I'm not doubting that. And what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is at 1-1, if Alisson and Van Dijk don't make that mistake, you were kind of on top. You were definitely in the game. You marshaled that. You weren't creating chances, but you were able to kind of play through them a little bit better. Then you make that big mistake, and never at any point in the game did I think you were creating.
Oh my God, Klopp is a crybaby. Did you guys hear what he just said? Klopp said we should have played better, but everything went against us. What?
Hey man, that's called deflecting. You know Mourinho, he's the perfect master for that. What you do when you lose a big game, you deflect. You deflect.
What decision went against
is
him?
the ultimate crybaby.
I mean, Gabriel should have got sent off it, Gal.
For what?
For stopping Darwin Núñez from running through on goal.
Oh, right.
He should have got a second yellow card.
Klopp loves to cry. That's what one.
Wow.
That's one.
That one smells. But
wow, the irony. And what happened in that Chelsea game? The irony.
Oh God, no! But I still said on
bro,
the
forget about that.
Penalties.
Similar situation with McAllister and Kai Havertz. They didn't give a penalty. So why are we complaining?
What for Kai Havertz kicking McAllister? For Kai Havertz kicking McAllister? Stop it,
It's a contact sport. That's not a foul. It's a contact sport. If we're gonna make
Jay, answer this. Answer this. If you're running through and I pull you down, is that a foul?
Yeah, I thought they made a bigger deal of the. I didn't think Havertz's was a penalty. I think McAllister was clever. He just got in front of him. Like he just got in front of the ball, and there was contact just before he touched the ball, but he touched the ball in enough proximity to when he touched Havertz.
It looked like he had control.
It looked like one motion kind of thing. So with it, listen, I actually think the ref the game well. I thought the ref had a good game. I didn't think there was any reason for me to. I didn't look at any of the decisions and think that was a stinker. I thought he let the game play.
Klopp has a point. Gabriel should have sent off. But
what point are you talking about, man?
The people Gabriel should have got sent off.
Vader's not said anything, and I'm curious as a Man City fan, how did he observe this? Because the other night we were talking about saying that Liverpool 2, and I said 2-1 Arsenal, even though I thought 3-1, but you can argue that Trossard goal, whatever, but kind of went how I thought it would go. For you, looking at these two teams, do you see more in Arsenal or Liverpool? Not necessarily from today, but leading up to this point, moving forward.
No, so I'll be completely honest, and I hold my hand up. I had 3-1 Liverpool winning this game. I saw how they were playing. I saw how Arsenal were playing, and my assessment was I think it was going to be a scrappy game, but I thought at the end, bodies and how Liverpool would have ran through Arsenal at the late stages, they would have gotten a 3-1. I thought it was going to be a cagey one for the majority of the game, and I was completely wrong. Completely wrong. Players that should have stepped up for Liverpool were non-visible. I'm talking about men's like Trent that should have been there ready from the jump. Seemed to not know what his assignment was for the day. I'm talking about the best attack in Liverpool and how they were going to keep Arsenal under pressure. Didn't even know how to break them down. And this wasn't even the best version of Arsenal either. So when I was watching the game, I was like, listen, when we talk about playing to the fans and playing to your best on the home ground, that was Arsenal to the T. And Liverpool weren't up for the race. They weren't up for the match. And I also want to say it's interesting now because the emotional card's been played by Klopp already. He's already said farewell. Players had already said, we're going to win this for you. And this game, which is the biggest since he's made the announcement, they weren't up for the races at all. At all. So listen, as a City fan, I'm going to be real. I'm happy with the result. A draw, I would have been calm with. A loss, I'm actually a lot more ecstatic about because I think it does something to Liverpool. Because if you heard them speak, they were going to the Emirates like it was Anfield. If you heard them speak, they're like, yeah, you know what we did in the FA, the result early in the season, we're gonna handle business. listen, Arsenal, again, my hands are up. Arsenal were ready for this game. And I think they're going to be ready for all future matches in their home ground. Away, that's another story. But in their home grounds, they were up for it. And if you can play like that against Liverpool, you can dominate anybody at home. So Liverpool were extremely disappointing.
Virgil, today,
hey Virgil, ni hao. Learn your other languages. You see, Saudi League is there. Chinese Super League is there.
Where was Darwin Nunes? Where was Darwin today? Darwin.
Oh,
he came off the bench.
Horror.
Listen, agendas aside, guys. We're gonna let Ram speak.
Hold on, Igal. That was no agenda either. I was being neutral in terms of how I went to the game. I was watching and I thought it was going to be a Liverpool
what's your agenda
winning game. My agenda? Oh, let's talk about Alisson. Let's talk about Alisson. If we're going to talk agendas, let's talk about Alisson because apparently he's supposed to be the best. Apparently, he's the calmer keeper out of everyone. And I've been saying, when he is pressed, when you actually look to actually put pressure on him and dictate, look at what happened in his last game with an outside long shot. A keeper of his quality shouldn't let that go in. But when you test him,
which game? Which game are you talking about?
We're gonna let Ram respond. We have
man were trying to compare this guy to Neuer. You all right?
Alisson pressed is not the same keeper. If you fear Liverpool and you give him time,
no. But funny enough, when he did get pressed today, he wasn't that bad. It was just literally that.
He wasn't that bad. Yeah, he wasn't that bad.
He wasn't that bad as you're saying he was.
What was the third goal, though? What would you say about the third goal, Ram?
The first goal also. The first goal also deflected off him, no?
The first goal get deflected.
All I gotta say is big up Jay for holding it down. As you could clearly see, I was doing something else. Big up to you. So everyone had said their piece. Monty, have you said your piece yet before we let Ram?
Nah, I need to get something off my chest. You know, it's nice.
Speak.
Can I just say, Monty, before you go? The energy of United.
One second.
When they win a game, is so
I'm
different.
so sorry. I'm so sorry. This person here just said. One second. First of all, I can title my videos whatever I want to title them. But Liverpool losing 3-1 in a game where they did nothing outside of a goal that we gave them is the definition of smashing them. We held them and smashed them. We went 3-0 several times throughout that game. So I don't want to wake up myself.
Like how we smacked you at Emirates.
That's what
you FA Cup.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah. All those games see the game that mattered today.
Trent hasn't lasted 90 minutes since Martinelli came in the Premier League.
Who?
Huh?
Trent hasn't lasted 90 minutes since Martinelli has come in the Premier League.
Van Dijk.
I know. If it was me, I wouldn't have played him today.
Was Trent subbed off?
Van Dijk.
Yeah.
What? Because he just came back from a knee injury.
I don't want to hear. Oh, just coming back.
Yo.
Yeah.
He just came back from a knee injury. What do you want me to say?
Direct wingers. He gets cooked differently.
He's gonna be a debate.
Yo, I'm actually excited. I'm very interested to hear what Ram has to say.
We're gonna give Ram a dedicated 5, 10, 8 minutes just by himself. But Monty, are you done?
No. I want to say because obviously everyone was talking for a minute.
Yeah, let him talk. His team is 6, bro.
I like the fact that you see today, out of all days, you see me as a United fan. I want Arsenal to win the league. There's no secret. I want Arsenal to win the league. You know, I can't have. Hold on. I can't have Liverpool. I can't have City do 4P. That's not that. I can't do that, and I can't let them get 20. I can't let that happen.
Oh, because then we'll be the greatest. These are
titles and records that I hold close to my heart. You know, we might have to change our chance if one of those two teams win the league. But you see, Arsenal. Last time you won the league was what, 20 odd years ago? I don't mind you get one. That's no problem. Do you know what I mean? But as far as today's game is concerned, I think Arsenal actually stepped up. I'm not gonna lie, teams were going into this. Everyone was going into this game thinking oh my God, Arsenal fear the worst. But really and truly, they spun it. They spun the coup. They said, "Hey, are you sure about us? Focus about you guys. Focus about yourselves." And it was nice to see, as a neutral watching the game, that Arsenal are actually moving the ball, making Liverpool uneasy when they're out of possession. You see Liverpool normally. When Liverpool are out of possession, they're very disciplined. Normally what happens, they know what they need to do. They set their triggers, they go. But today, the way the game was going, you can see head loss from all corners of the pitch. And as soon as that, all it took was that first goal. Once that first goal came, I think after that, it was just Arsenal throughout the entire game. And I think the fact that Alisson and Van Dijk made that mistake, that comes from the Arsenal pressure. That comes from that moment. They don't make that mistake if there's no pressure applied. So that is something that you have to big up Arsenal. And I'm glad now, going into this title race, Arsenal are back in it. It's the truth. There's
We're back, baby. Like we never left. But Ram, you're top of the league. You lost today. Take it away. You got as long as you need. Just try not to take the whole show.
I'll try not to, man. Try not to. Look, everyone's expecting me to rant, to rage, to anything. I'm still calm, bro. I'm still calm. Like, it's not a good result. I think Klopp today shot himself in the foot. I think one thing we really did miss out of anything is P&P. P&P was a big thing that we missed today, and we didn't play to that sort of level and intensity that we should have. But look, we lost today, but we got Burnley next week. We got to beat them at Anfield, and then we go again. Hopefully this result could be similar to what it was against Leicester in 21-22 when we lost against them, and then we went on a 13-game unbeaten or like a 14-game winning run or something like that. So hopefully we could go something along like that. But look, player today didn't turn up. The only player that I think was semi-decent today was probably McAllister. But then again, semi-decent isn't good enough to win against teams like Arsenal, even Man City. I think Klopp shouldn't have played Trent today. I didn't know Connor wasn't going to be available today, but he should have gone with Joe Gomez at right back and Robert at left back. Get that PMP.
Speak on that. Speak on that.
But Trent. That's purely from a tactical. I would have actually played Trent instead of Gravenberch because I think people want to talk about Gravenberch right hand side. No good. It don't work. He's shit. He's shit as a right centre midfielder. He can only play as a
I do. Rams,
do
you think if Bradley had been fit, then you might have seen Trent in midfield over Gravenberch?
No. For some reason, I don't think Klopp wants to see him as a centre midfielder, in my opinion. I don't know why. Him double pivot with McAllister could work wonders, but I don't see why he doesn't try and do it. I think if you're just talking about this game in general, PMP, Klopp's favorite thing, PMP was missing today. Like we tried to go for more of a technical approach, and it just did not work.
So sorry, Ram, are you saying you wouldn't have started Trent only because he's coming off injury, or you're saying his quality wasn't needed today?
His style of play wasn't needed. If you play him.
Wow. That's a great question, man.
That's a hot take.
And that's an outrageous answer.
Wait. So you're saying Trent was not needed as right back today?
Nah, he would probably be needed as a midfielder today.
You
need technical ability in that midfield.
Trent was a liability.
Trent was getting spun today. I gotta be real about it. And you look at someone like Conor Bradley.
Yes, and probably
and you look at someone like JJ. And you look at someone like Conor Bradley who locked up Martinelli in the FA Cup. I don't remember Martinelli doing shit in the FA Cup because Conor Bradley put him in his pocket. You're not going to see that ever again, man. You're not going to see that ever again, man. That's what I heard. That's what I heard from the tapes. You weren't going to see that again, and he got locked up. So Conor Bradley, what he has, that Trent has, pace and power.
Let me stop you for a second, Ram. I'm going to give you a break. Big up to the person here. I think they're a Liverpool fan with the super chat saying, I don't set yourself up for disappointment. I bet my house. The problem is not every game will be emotionally charged.
Yeah, but bro, let them, bro. Let them. I think at the end of the day, they won the game. Good on them. But let's see if it means anything. Like we celebrated when we beat Olympiacos and we won the Champions League. Yassin was celebrating the win against Barcelona because he won in Munich. I guarantee you.
Listen,
I guarantee
Liverpool are just a hyped up Sunderland. That's the truth.
What do you mean? Don't talk nonsense now, bro. How is it hyped up Sunderland when we're 51 points?
There's nothing special about Liverpool. Enzo Bossy on midfield. You guys couldn't even beat Luton. Liverpool are not special.
We're gonna talk about Enzo in a bit.
Can I just make one point? Like you lost 4-1 to them, and you didn't beat them in the
We're
other
shit.
fixture.
Where we suck.
Yeah, so
We
how?
suck.
So what's the bossing that you speak
Hey,
of? Is the
Jay,
bossing
Jay,
in the room
Jay,
with us
Jay,
right
No,
now?
no, no,
I'm like,
Oh no, he
we
no no no
suck.
Jay
There's no point.
he's
What's
talking
the
he's talking about the bossing
The thing
when
is,
we
they
had a
couldn't even beat us
completely
without
new
corruption. We
midfield
suck. You shouldn't
and
be
we didn't
comparing
we
them.
weren't and it was literally the first game of the season. He's talking about the first game of the season where we had a newly signed Soboslai, newly signed McAllister, and an
Rams,
entire new
Yo,
midfield.
one second.
Bro,
Guys, let's bring it
bro,
back.
I'm pretty
Let's bring it
sure
back for a
Mudryk came
second.
off bench
Bro,
and dominated your entire team
Bro,
last year.
you do not need to
There's no excuse about new midfielders,
bro.
bro.
Bro, you
guys,
don't
What
need
are
to
you talking
defend that.
about?
Draw.
First
Guys,
game of the
guys,
season. First game of the season.
Guys,
We're
stop,
still
stop,
talking
stop,
about
stop,
Enzo when
stop,
McAllister
stop.
bodied him last game, bro.
What took place in the last few days was they beat Liverpool. Liverpool beat Chelsea, a poor Chelsea side at home, and then thought they were going to come to Emirates and do a similar thing. That's
I
really
get
what
that.
happened.
I
They
think
crumbled.
I-
They
Whoever
crumbled,
said we're
that's
going to
why.
smoke you, then that's the complete.
Bro, I was hearing Mons telling me 4. You're going to put 4 past
Right.
us.
Let me just tighten this back up to go back to.
But yeah, guys,
Rams.
we gotta
This is
move on to the
point.
next topic. Ram,
Yeah.
have you said everything you need to say?
No, go on. Sorry, Rams. Finish off.
As a finishing point, look, at the end of the day, we're first. We're still first, and we still got to win our games, and we still got to beat Man City.
That's what I said when I went to the way last year, and I ended up losing. So
My team has won league titles, my bro.
your team
One
has
league title in 30 years.
My team has won league titles, my bro.
1-1.
One
Same
Champions
amount as
Leagues as
Blackburn.
well. My team has won
amount-
Champions Leagues.
Same amount of Prem as the
My team has
Blackburn.
won Champions Leagues.
Ayo,
team has won it
shout
all.
out Blackburn and
My
let's
team has won it all.
Blackburn, let's
All
go.
right,
My
all
team has won it all.
right.
Not even Mourinho can even do that.
Shout out
Not
to
even
Blackburn.
Mourinho can
You
do
know the
that, my
vibe, you know the
bro.
vibe.
Tell me in the last 30
your
years
greatest ever
when
manager
Liverpool
couldn't
won a
win a
title
Champions
race.
League with you, man.
Tell me in the last 30 years when Liverpool
Hazard
won
our
a
greatest
title
ever
race.
player. You mad? It's Drogba by a mile.
Mourinho could never
All right,
win a
boys,
Champions
all
League
right,
with
Hazard
you,
is not
right.
our
man.
greatest ever player.
All
Hazard's
right,
He
played
could
with
do
the
it
top
with
3 great
Inter,
players.
but he could do it with Porto, but he could never do it with you, man.
Okay. Guys. We got a lot to talk
Miguel,
about.
before you continue, can I just say, if you think Hazard is Chelsea's best ever player, most talented, I can agree, but best, he's not above
When did I ever
Drogba.
say, I said Mourinho, your greatest ever manager, couldn't win you a Champions League with you, man, because Rafa Benitez always had his number in the Champions Leagues. You know what I mean?
Yo, by
You
the
know what I
way,
mean?
Yasin,
You know what I mean?
the Sunderland comment.
We
Yasin,
say
the
it, bro.
Yasin,
We say it.
the Sunderland comment is wild because they have the same amount of league titles as you.
Pause, man, pause. Listen, as I was saying, yeah. All
Let's
I was
talk
gonna
about
say,
Chelsea
yeah, listen,
now.
what I was gonna say, yeah, listen. Shout out Blackburn and let's see in it. That's what I'm gonna say. End it there. Let's move on.
Yo, shout out to
let's
Nottingham
move on,
Forest, the
let's
same
move on.
amount of Champions Leagues as you, man.
Guys,
Yeah?
Chelsea,
Just say.
can we please?
Oh,
Can we please
I'm
allow
up
it?
for this
Allow
one.
it, allow it, please.
Wait.
Is this guy delayed or something? Wait, what?
One thing.
One
I got
second.
one thing.
Yasin and Ram, don't go back and forth the whole show. Let's try to have it some
I just
order.
want to say something, yeah? Yasin, speak on Cunha, bro. Speak on Cunha. Cunha, bro. Mateus Cunha.
you hold 4 back to back, baby.
You conceded 8 goals in 2 games.
4 back to back.
When?
Liverpool
against
and
Liverpool,
Wolves.
4 against Wolves.
Crazy.
Yo, it's time to move on. It's time to move on. Let's move on.
Nah, Yasin, you have to talk about this.
Right,
Hey,
let's.
You've been
can
going
we
to the
get
gym
slow
because they're
on this?
stressing
Yeah,
you.
go on, let him go.
Yasin, tell me, you're getting full screen. Talk to me.
About the game today, yeah?
Yeah, go.
For starters, listen. The 3 goals he scored here, 2 of those goals shouldn't even been goals. Let's be real. Let's talk facts. 2 of them shouldn't have not been goals. The penalty was lucky. This Wolves guy, I
You're gonna
swear
do
to
that,
God, this
really?
Pochettino guy is the worst Chelsea manager. We spent more money, we have better players, and we're still shit. The fact that Enzo was better on the POCH, the fact that Enzo, the fact that Enzo was better on the Potter, it just goes to show you that Pochettino's a clown. He's benching Mudryk, he's starting Sterling, he's hindering Mudryk's development. We've seen that Mudryk, whenever he starts run of games, that Mudryk we can see a very good player there. But guess what? He benches him, he starts Sterling. He plays Chilwell, who's the worst left back in the history of this football club.
Hey, Gal, isn't this the same Chelsea that needed Chilwell to come back?
No. Whoever thinks that is clueless. Chilwell is horrible. This guy should go Love it. He would do a better chance in Love Island. He's not a footballer.
Yo, someone saying you were poaching last week. Explain that.
No, I wasn't.
Hey, Reaper. Hey, bring receipts. We need receipts.
Yeah, bring receipts, you bum. Stop making shit up, man. Listen. But yo, listen, all I was saying is, yeah,
4 back to back. Hey, Gal, hey, they are the worst top 6 team ever.
Blame
Why?
Pochettino. Blame Pochettino.
Okay, explain to
I'll
me.
even dance on this, bro. Do you see that?
Oh my god, hey.
What is that?
Hey, Egal.
I didn't want to show you that, but blame Pochettino.
Egal. Hey, listen. We need to understand, yeah. We thought last year was bad. Hey, everyone that put Chelsea in their top 10s, hey, horrors. We all had bad predictions because they have, you know what they've done? They've said, you see what we did last year? Hold my beer. I'm gonna just make
Yo,
it
one
work.
second. So is this Chelsea team the worst top 6 team?
Ever.
No,
Only
because
Chelsea-
Arsenal, Egal. What's that? Yo, before you continue, what's that?
I'm saying-
Arsenal were
Egal,
15th. Now, what's that? Before
I
you
don't wanna hear
continue.
this. I don't wanna
No,
hear
what's that?
this. No.
Arsenal were 15th place this
Egal,
time last year.
Egal.
No,
When
I ain't
Arsenal
having
was
that chat,
bad,
bro.
what's the worst you got? 8th, innit? When you all was with Arteta bad, it was 8th. When we were bad, it's 7th. When Liverpool were bad, mid-table 8th, 9th.
It was 8.
These man 13th when they had back in the day. Then they're doing, but these are the worst.
Arsenal are 15th. So Arsenal are 15th.
Was
this time in
Liverpool ever
December.
this bad?
Man, no, I'm talking end of
Bro,
season.
your banner era was worse
You
than
lot
ours,
are-
bro.
you lot-
We
you lot
were
honestly-
finishing
horror.
8th but winning titles. Well,
Horror,
winning
man,
League
horror.
Cups.
We're
They
gonna
have
win the
to
League
do
Cup.
worse.
Watch, we're gonna win the League Cup. Mark my words.
Hey, how can a team they're chanting Chelsea
Today,
Chelsea,
do you know what
Chelsea,
show today? I
Chelsea,
promise you, yo.
Chelsea,
Do you know why I'm
Chelsea.
confident? Egal, do you know why I'm confident? Well, we have a chance of beating Liverpool in the final. Liverpool today got exposed. And yes, Arsenal are a good team.
You're talking about a one-off game, minor. I'm talking about the league. You see,
Didn't
you
they-
man,
Also, one second.
Let
Didn't
me
they
talk
go
on
out
that.
by
You man
Luton
lost
Palace as
today.
well?
Hold on, you man lost today, and you've held back-to-back fours, back-to-back. I ain't seen my team do it. Egal, I don't think you've seen your team do that.
My
I
brother,
don't
your
think
team
Liverpool-
held 4 to Brentford
Hey,
at the start of the
I
season.
don't think Liverpool have held 4 back-to-back. That's the point. You man are the worst big team ever. I've never seen a so-called big team have a fall off like
Hey,
this.
yo, ain't this the same guy? One sec. Ain't this the same guy
Crazy.
who supports the club that held 6 days rivals and then 7 days other rivals in one season? I don't want to hear chat from you, bro.
You've held
6-3.
back-to-back fours.
6-3 and 7-0 to your biggest rivals.
You're chatting to me about prehistoric stuff. I'm talking about what's happened this week.
Let's start
Egal, this
6-3 and 7-0 to your biggest
week.
rivals in the same season.
You
Allow
know
it.
what Liverpool said? Liverpool said, yeah, hold this 4. Wolves, yeah, hold this 4. You man are, wait, Egal, where are they in the table, please? Where, are they in the top 10?
Yo, what's this
11.
number? What's this number?
Wait,
number?
Wait, hold on. Where are they in the top? Are they in the top 10? I don't know.
Aye, let's chill.
These guys lost 7-0 to their biggest rivals and then
I
6.
don't
They
wanna
held
hear
6 to
it.
the
All
other
right,
rivals.
one second. Jay,
You know,
you're
I'm
the
off.
resident Tottenham fan here.
Yes.
Pochettino said today he told his players that he thinks he's not good enough at this moment in time.
So the thing
Bring
with
some more there.
so let me just
Season, both
hold on,
those.
boys. I've been listening. Hold on, one second.
One second.
Let Jay bring
Yasin,
some more.
Monty.
Let me just.
Allow it. Guys, allow it. Let
Both
Jay
in the
say.
same season.
Yasin, allow it.
Well,
Let Jay say.
right. So let me just speak on Poch and Chelsea as a whole. So first of all, the points about Chelsea being the worst top 6 here. So for the owners have come in and they don't know football. So they've tried to hire good people in different positions. Problem is, right, and none of the people that Chelsea hired have any history of winning. You bring people from Leipzig, you bring people from Brighton. None of these people know what it is to win. So none of these people have ever created a club that wins. That's point 1. Hold point 1, because we're going to come back to point 1 eventually. So then we've got Poch. He's come in and he's been my manager for 4 or 5 years. I think in a few years' time, people will look back at the squad that Poch had with Tottenham and they won't see it as Tottenham failed Poch. They'll see it as Poch failed Tottenham. And when you look at what Chelsea's doing at the moment, they've had Tuchel, they've had Potter, they've had Lampard, they've now got Poch. At a certain point, you have to look at these players. Yeah, you have to look at the players that the club has assembled together and say, are these players good enough? Yeah, and not how Poch is using these players, but saying, how are we putting these players on the pitch? Because when Potter put the players together, you said Kovacic, Havertz, Jorginho, they said all these players aren't good enough. Yeah. Now we're watching Caicedo, Enzo, £200 million pivot. Yeah, and that's not good enough. We're watching Gallagher play. He's not good. So there's something about I saw Sterling get booed off as well. I remember watching Chelsea under Sarri. Yeah, I remember watching Chelsea under Sarri. Yeah. And people are like, that's three. People are saying in the comments that's 3 different groups of players. Okay, so the players weren't good enough last season. The players that you moved out, they weren't good enough. The players you've got now, they're not good enough. So the form wasn't good under Tuchel. The form wasn't good under Potter. The form's not good under Poch. So where are we attributing the blame then? Are we just going to keep going and saying, okay, Chelsea finished 10th last season?
It's the recruitment. The manager is the key problem because these owners haven't got a clue.
The manager's not you're buying players. You're buying.
I'm telling you, it's the problem.
Listen, Chelsea are
these
buying
owners
players.
don't know the correct manager.
Listen, Chelsea are buying players, period. They're not thinking how these players fit together as a team. They're just buying players.
We have the players, though. We have the players. Can we not see the team?
I don't think you have the players, mate.
We have signed the correct players. You signed the last of I disagree with this.
If you bring in a new manager right now, if you bring in a new manager right now, will Chelsea be in the top 4?
We would definitely have a push for the top 6, 100%.
No, would you be in the top 6? No, if you're saying you have the players, changing the manager should solve everything.
Yes, it would. It would. 100%.
So who would you bring in?
Okay.
But you've changed the manager 3 times.
I have a whole list.
That's my point. You changed the manager three times now.
Flick.
Flick won't join you lot. Flick won't join you lot.
Of course he joins.
He won't join you. With the board that you have and the sort of thing that you have, he won't join you.
Okay, Mourinho, Nagelsmann.
Mourinho. If you bring in Mourinho, oh my God. There will be cases. There will be cases at Chelsea football.
You're acting like Mourinho doesn't know the history of the club. Mourinho literally fist the culture. Now, one sec, man.
Take Mourinho back now.
Mourinho fist the culture of the club. He'll come in and do a far better job than fucking Poch, that's for sure.
He got sacked by Roma.
He would still do a better job. You think he would come in and do a worse job than fucking Poch? Shut up, man. Allow it.
Okay, but last season, did you not say that Poch come in would fix the problems that Potter had?
No, I never said that. I was never one of those clowns that said that.
So wait,
that was the narrative from Chelsea fans. It was that Potter was the problem. Yeah. Now you've got rid of Potter and you've got Poch. Now Poch is the problem. Okay.
Hold on. So you want to bring in Mourinho? Is that what you're telling me?
Don't act as if you wouldn't take Mourinho over Ten Hag right now. So
you're high.
You wouldn't. You wouldn't.
I would never say
that. So with man said I'm high, your fans were twerking for Mourinho on the timeline. Did you not see the timeline?
Never.
Shut up, man.
I don't want Mourinho.
That's one person.
No.
That's one person.
By the way, Poch, yeah, Poch is a problem. Yeah, I'm not trying to abdicate him of responsibility. What I'm saying is that the blame extends beyond the manager at this point. It's what the form's got. Your form is so bad now for 18 months plus. Yeah, like 18 months plus. Your form has been so bad. Yeah, we're almost getting to a point where it's root and branch because we can sack Poch. Yeah, but what about the recruitment team? When do they? When do they need to have their? Do you know what I mean?
This Todd Bowley guy.
Let me stop you guys for a second. I just want to hear what this guy has to say here. This is with the super chat. Big up to you. Big up to you. You've already made 2 super chats today. I really do appreciate the super chats, my friend. And everyone in the comment section, don't forget, you guys can also hit the like button. That helps the channel.
You just wasted £5 absolutely waffling. Who's talking about
Let me at least read it before. You want to read it then?
No, go ahead. Talk.
All right. What I love about this season is that at least City ain't running away with it. But Chelsea guys should stop acting like this is a history channel. Yeah. That's a Liverpool fan telling you this is not a history.
You just wasted $5. I don't know what you're talking about history.
You're sounding like
history, bro.
You're sounding like a right now.
But is this not always been the potential issue for Chelsea? Even when Roman was there, you outspent the opposition. You supplemented bad spending. Yeah, you had Marina. I remember your fans were always shouting at Marina. always shouting at the players that Mourinho
That's
was
the
bringing
only
in.
I've never
Yeah,
heard
always
the
annoyed at
person
Marina.
in football
Now look
in the
at what you've done without Marina.
Marina.
Yeah. Now afterwards, with the benefit of hindsight, was Marina not doing a better
I
job?
never
We
wanted
don't.
Marina out. I think she wasn't a bad.
It's amazing that I've managed to find the one Chelsea fan that says none of the negative stuff, but you do seem like you've got a strong opinion about stuff. But it's amazing that the multiple points that I've made about Chelsea fans, not the shoes fit you. Isn't that crazy? Well, isn't that crazy? What a quirk of fate. How lucky you must be.
Preach.
Yo, 1 second. 1 second. There's a Chelsea fan watching, and he's so angry that he said, "Please send me the link."
Who is it?
The guy was supposed to come on the stream. Now he's getting angry.
Who is it?
Before Ches gets here, Vader, do you have anything to say?
Wait, who's coming?
Don't get scared.
Don't be scared.
Listen.
I don't even know who you're talking about, bro.
Yeah, I'll tell you who he is in a second. I don't think you've been on a stream with him because you're filling in for him actually right now.
Chelsea. Listen, this is a very rough patch for Chelsea fans. Very rough.
All I'm saying is, in our banter era, we never held 7 to our rivals close in one season.
So this is what I'm talking about. I'm observing. I'm watching.
Your best season in years.
I'm watching how these Chelsea fans deal with this.
Allow it. Please allow it. Guys, allow it.
Let Vader make his point.
Let him have to take you guys out.
What's the one telling me, man? Chelsea fans. You know what? Ches can talk. Because he's not on here.
Do your thing. I'm a bit ill in it. I want to hear what you have to say first.
Vader, go ahead.
I'm watching because you know what? This project, this rebuild, this down bad isn't for everybody. Not everyone can handle it. Not everyone can weather through the storm. I'm watching. Are you guys crumbling on your manager? Crumbling on the owners? Crumbling on the players? Which one is it? It can't be all of them. So
it's all of them. It is all of them.
It's the whole Chelsea's the problem. Is what you're saying?
Fans.
Yes, and the owners as well. The owners too.
Okay, then
what else can be the problem, bro?
Could the fans be the problem? Could the fans not being patient and knowing that you're not at the levels of these other clubs right now, and you gotta deal with it. You got to make your mistake.
The fans are a key problem because they haven't got a clue and they're always talking shit.
Fantastic point. They couldn't be patient on the Potter. They don't want to be patient on the Poch.
All I have to say is I love this commenter right now.
Put his camera on.
I can waste more money and say nothing.
No, that's him. I cover my camera.
Pick up my guy.
Chess is always fair, so I know. My point is,
my man came flexing on Yassin, you know. Big up to him.
I'm just saying, right? Obviously, you sack Potter.
Yeah, Africa, we don't care, man. Shut up, you
6-7 months. Yeah, you want to sack Poch after 6-7 months. I appreciate the results and performances. Are not where they need to be. We're not seeing certain things that we should be seeing from the team at this point. But you keep sacking project managers 6 months into projects. And at that point, you then have to say, okay, in that case, who keeps hiring these managers that keep failing? Who keeps signing these players that aren't performing? Is it always the manager's fault if you are giving in players that are not capable of performing to the level that you want your team to perform at? That's
I hear that. Let me say this here.
Not to say the Poch isn't fucking up a lot. It's just to say,
yeah. I know what you're saying, still. But what I'll say is this: Yassin's obviously a hothead, innit? He loves firing. But you got to be objective, yeah. Here's what it is. Let me tell you this, yeah. Chelsea's not one issue. There's many issues, many facets. The reason why we're 12, 2 years in a row. My problem is, it's too easy to say, the players are crap. You man overrate them. All this rare tear when half these players in our squad who we bought, other teams were also interested in. So all of a sudden, the narrative can't just flip over and people go, they're overrated. They're not overrated. It's poorly mismanaged. My thing I agree with Jay is, and Vate, I think you touched on it at Ram, when you talk about the recruitment, that's a massive issue. Because you can't keep buying youngsters and expecting all these men to hit the ground running like Palmer has. It's not going to happen. But to not look at Poch for his dumb, negligent tactics this whole season, you'd be an idiot, bro. The guy has been a bum for time. And you man are going to sit here, guy's going to shake
He's got crazy PR.
No, bro. Yes,
getting
not 11,
chat. Someone said he looks like somebody from Boondocks. What the fuck?
Wait, is it me or him? Me?
They're talking about you.
The shoe
He
fits,
said
bro.
bottom right. He said bottom right. Talking about this guy.
Oh, you looking like he's talking about you.
Listen, man. Listen. Back-to-back fours. Back-to-back fours.
Well, you need
Go
to
ahead.
relax. He's put Manchester
Yo,
United.
all I
Tottenham,
have
bruv.
to
You
say
need
is,
to relax.
Ches, are you Potter out?
Yeah, bro.
They're violating you, you know, man.
Potter?
Wait, Gal, is that a question for real?
No, I mean, were you Potter out?
Of course I'm pot child. What the hell?
No, I meant,
Like-
were you Potter out
were you
back
Potter
then?
out?
Were you?
I wasn't as like onto Potter as much as Poch because Potter didn't have the youngsters we have now. He had
No,
like
because
a bit more
I'm saying
players.
this is an endless cycle of sacking managers.
No, you can't
I
compare what
see.
happened.
One second,
No,
hear
no,
me
let
out.
me
I
interrupt
agree
you there.
with you.
Jason, this...
Pochettino is making clear mistakes.
Oh
and
no,
at this
don't
point,
compare. No,
he's not good
Gal.
enough.
No. I have to interrupt you. Don't compare Potter's situation to Poch's. Potter had players like Kovacic who didn't want to be there anymore. Havertz, man, all these men checked out. Aubameyang, Koulibaly. These men shouldn't have been there in the first place.
Okay,
Poch just had a
I
clean
was going
slate.
somewhere with this.
No,
I'm going
but Gal,
somewhere with
Poch
this.
just
You
had a
didn't let me
clean slate
land.
from bro,
Hear
Poch
my
had one
point.
game a week. No Europe.
Hear my point out, bro.
New
All I'm
players,
saying is
young players.
today, Thiago
Yeah.
Silva's wife tweeted out, "It is time to change. If we wait too long, it will
We have
be
to
too
sack him.
late."
There's no time to change. He has to
How
get
could
sacked now.
bro?
This
You could,
absolute
two things can be
uncle.
true. Yeah, like he could be a rubbish manager. We could also could have sacked Potter as well.
This uncle has to be sacked now, man. Simple, like.
Jay used to support Tottenham. He used to have Poch. Poch
So
was never
everyone
this bad at
agrees.
Spurs.
Everyone agrees. Poch should be leaving because you even have Poch. You even have one of your most senior players' wives tweeting out that he needs to be sacked.
Bro, you know Wolves have never beat us at home
has to be
before
sacked.
this result. They never beat us at Stamford Bridge. We lost.
Crazy.
We conceded 4 goals at home to Wolves, and you might want to
So
tell me that.
I just want to know: does everyone
Come on,
agree?
100%.
I want to know, guys. Consensus. I'm gonna ask you guys verbatim, just yes or no's. Does everyone agree Pochettino should be sacked? Because Yasin's saying yes, Ches is saying yes. Vader, are you saying yes?
What do you think?
Say
Igal,
no.
what do you think? Igal, what do you think?
No.
Nope.
No?
No.
Victor, please
No.
give me a logical explanation because you actually can. So I'd love
Yeah.
to hear it.
I can give you a logical one after him.
Wait,
Chaz.
Igal, do you think he should be sacked or not?
I don't
At
think
this
he should be
point,
sacked.
at this point, I don't think he's fit for the job. Yeah, I agree.
This-
One
Absolutely.
second,
I
I
don't-
can't
I-
believe you,
I-
Yasin. This Man United fan is laughing like he hasn't got Eric
Listen,
Ten Hag in the
Chaz,
job.
Chaz,
We got an elite man.
Brother,
Bro.
I said already. I said you held 3 to
You are
Bournemouth and you
shameless,
lost
man.
to
By the way, you're
These are your best
Can I
teams in
explain
like
to you
15
why I
years.
don't think he should be sacked?
Yo, man, chill, please. Yasin and Monty keep going at each other intentionally. Chill. Go ahead,
Guys,
Ches.
waffling, man.
Right, Ches, can I just explain to you why I don't think Poch should be sacked?
I can't
So,
believe you're doing this, Jay. You're actually objective.
right,
You're
listen,
actually objective.
my logic is, okay, stay with me here, right? You need to keep Poch until at least the end of the season, right?
Huh?
One,
No,
Yeah.
no, no.
Let
no,
him
no,
speak.
no,
No, let him
I-
speak, guys.
listen,
Come on.
Let him cook.
One-
Let him cook.
one, the manager pool at the end of the season will be better than the manager pool now.
Do you want us to get relegated?
I don't want you to get
Yeah.
relegated. I
He's not
also
getting
saw
relegated.
you under an interim manager in Lampard last season. So when you guys think it can't get worse, it can get worse, right? So also, you don't want the stigma of constantly sacking managers after 6 months, because other project managers will be looking at this thinking, okay, at least he got a season. If you continually sack managers halfway through, the next manager you go for is going to look at these kind of situations and think, maybe I won't get the time. Yeah. Because if you finish back-to-back 10ths or around that situation as well, you're going to have managers in higher positions in teams that are objectively better.
Hey,
who are
that's
gonna
a good point. Can I make a point on that though? Because could you not
Of course,
argue to caveat that quickly? Damned if
Go
you
on.
do, damned if you don't. Because if you keep
Yeah, of
him
course.
and he finishes 12th, people would say,
Yeah.
well, you gave him a season, he still flopped. But if you get rid of him
Yeah.
now, it could improve. So we
Yeah.
can play that game both ways.
I agree, but I think you also have to you have to hold the L in hiring him in the first place with that regard. You picked him after a process and you decided that he was the best manager. So 6 months in, you almost have to be like, you know what, we made a mistake here, but if we also made a mistake with Potter, and then we also made a mistake sacking Tuchel.
Yeah, that's a good point. Can I ask a
Guys,
question though? To
I don't
one
believe-
question for you and for Ram. How many managers come in and get it right first time though? There's very rare examples. Spurs took them attempts. Arsenal took them attempts. This donut Man United fan, he's laughing. Ten Hag's still a bum. Took them attempts. Liverpool fans and City fans, the only fans who come on here and be like, our manager worked first time. How many people can say that, Jay?
It's not absolute, and even Poch,
Nah, but
just-
my
can I
manager
just
had
say
a
one thing?
reputation for it.
Can
and
I
so
just
did
say one
Pep.
thing? Both things can be true, but I think Pochettino staying will eventually it will eventually build a culture where they're trusting in one person to get to change the situation. But I do think he's lost the dressing room. When you have a wife,
He'll get
also,
sacked. No,
you have a
I
wife
don't think
tweeting out.
he will
Yeah,
last
but
until
okay.
March. He will definitely get sacked before March, 100%.
Yeah,
basically,
but
people have
one thing I would add as well, in terms of manager sacking fees and stuff like that, all that sort of stuff as well. I don't know if that's played. I don't know if that's going to play in the
They
match.
don't care
But
about money.
also, the one thing I want to come back to with you on Ches is that yes, the quality of the league is very high now as well, and I think also with your transfer strategy. And I'm saying this the other day, Chelsea since Bowley have literally bought about 7 right wingers, yeah, ranging from a Kennedy to a Angelo to an Omari Hutchinson to a Noni Madueke to a Cole Palmer, and they want still interested in Elise. So I think for me, the biggest issue with Chelsea is they're playing like Football Manager for the first time and they've never seen it before, and they've done all of these things now, and you just have to kind of, you almost have to wait it out. And I mean that from the player's development point of view, and arguably from the manager
It's
point
easy
of
to
view.
say when you're sitting fourth in the
One
league. bro,
second,
sitting
guys.
11th.
Hey, bro, listen. We last season, people were talking extra spicy on Tottenham. You know, when we were finishing 8th and stuff, we took a lot of your shit too. We were getting battered for being 8th.
I'm gonna have to take you out, bro, because it's
No, man, I was going to say that.
Have a good one, eh? All right, best. Just to let you guys know, pick up everyone in the comments. I got somebody saying I'm arrogant. How am I arrogant? I'm just happy my team won.
Hey, guy, you are arrogant.
As he should be.
Arrogant. No, his team just won. This is the energy after winning. Look at Ram. Look at Ram's energy right now. This is energy after losing.
I've met a guy in real life. He's arrogant. I'm joking. He's a nice guy.
On the stream right now. This is winning energy.
Arrogance is not a good trait.
I just know the guy who commented that is a Liverpool. I can just talk.
Ahmed, as a Muslim brother and as fellow Somali, as I think you are, of course.
I do like the new trim, Igal. Like, it's like you celebrated the win in style.
Bro, if you've seen me the last couple of days, I was looking like a friggin' shadow dweller. So I had to do something. I had to do something. But guys, we spent a lot of time talking on thing. Yo, Ahmed, you're not Somali? I thought you were. What's your background? Let me know. Big up.
Told you guys.
Anyways, we spent a lot of time talking about Chelsea. I'm just gonna say Chelsea losing to Wolves was not a shock to me. Chelsea losing in the fashion they did, the amount of points they've dropped this season is really shocking to me.
Hey, can I just quickly
they
say,
shouldn't be 10th with the money spent. They shouldn't be in the situation they are.
I think they're 11.
Can I pick one player up?
11.
Can I pick one player up? Just one player.
Yeah.
I'm so sad he's so injury prone, but Pedro Neto is a baller. He's a baller.
Yeah,
Pedro Neto. Oh my God. Why does he get injured all the time?
Unpopular opinion. Pedro Neto, I know people are going to cry. Listen, stats aside, in terms of performance-wise, Pedro Neto has performed better than Saka and Mo Salah this season.
Whoa.
So, it's true. Let's continue, though.
You agree, yeah? You go.
Bro, statistically, he has. But guess what?
No, I wouldn't agree. I would not agree.
Statistically,
That
because he's missed so many games, he's been one of the best players.
Listen, Igal, I'm gonna give you a secret to analyzing players, which will help you so much with perspective. Yeah, understand the performance level to be praised at Wolves is way lower than the performance level to be praised at Arsenal. Yeah, so if Neto was doing the exact same thing, yeah, for Arsenal as he's doing for Wolves, I promise people wouldn't be talking as highly. Yeah.
Hey Jay, why do people rate Maddison highly now compared to what he was at Leicester?
But not only is he, I'm just looking at it from the point of view of saying, like, Salah's performances last year. You could have a Salah run where he scored like 6 goals in 10 games, and people are like, oh, Salah's out of form. Do you know what I mean? The levels when you're at the top of the league are way higher. You're a lot more micro. Look at like Van Dijk and Saliba and stuff like that. I promise you go look at You got
Let me just ask.
You go look at Mark Gay. Yeah, go look at Mark Gay. I bet he makes 2 of those mistakes a game. Not all the time, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Like
but at Chelsea, it's viewed more. I get it.
exactly.
Let
That's
me
what I'm
just stop
saying. Yeah.
everybody for a second. Has everybody said anything on Chelsea? Because I feel like we don't have enough time to talk about.
Yeah,
everything.
We're done. We
Don't
need
worry,
to.
we'll get
Bro,
another
the fact is,
Vader?
listen, bottom of the
Vader,
line,
I'm
bottom of the line.
gonna throw it over to you, Vader, because you guys play tomorrow. We're not gonna spend too much time talking about your team. After seeing our teams win, our teams, Arsenal win and Liverpool drop points. It's a win for you, basically. Do you feel any pressure going into that Brentford game, or you think you guys are just gonna slap them?
Oh, you know what? I was feeling pressure before this game started. I'm gonna be real with you. After watching Liverpool's performance, I'd be lying if I didn't say I feel a lot less pressure. I feel a lot less pressure. I heard many Liverpool fans say that they didn't need this win, that they would have been okay with the draw because at the end of the day, they're still going to be at the top of the league. But these are the same Liverpool fans that I'm sure are suffering from PTSD because my club slapped them twice, winning by 1 point. So every point counts. But a lot of them had been giving themselves copium, saying whether they win, whether they lose, whether they get a draw, doesn't really matter. Really, when you've lost this league by 1 point. So every point counts. The fact that they lost against you and the performance that I saw, I'm a lot more relaxed. But I got to handle business tomorrow. I got to handle business. I was not able to get a win against Brentford last season. I want a win. Any means necessary.
God, imagine Tony Donks and you lot.
Hey, it's a possibility. So I just need a win any way possible. I'll take a deflected goal like what I saw you guys do against me. I'll take a shameless dive in the box like I saw Jota do. Any means necessary. Let me get this win and move.
Okay, fair. Next, I don't think anybody has anything to say on City, guys. So we're just gonna try.
I would just say we played Brentford. We played Brentford in the last game.
There you go. Do you think you're gonna win the league, by the way?
I think we have a better chance now. I don't know.
Yeah,
You guys play like
You
that?
have a better
The way you
chance
played
than
against Liverpool, you play like that against everybody else.
We
in the
have
league,
a better
you're winning.
chance now that we beat Liverpool because we're 2 points behind Liverpool. If we
I
would have
agree, you have a
lost,
better chance, but I think City will just edge it because of the quality they have. And
bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. After I still don't fully trust this team, even though we just came off the back of beating Liverpool the way we did. We have a good run of games. We have a good run of games. We have a good run of games. We have a good run of games coming up. If we can capitalize on the good run of games that we have coming up, then I will tell you guys that we can actually win it. Right now, I'm still very cautious. I'm just gonna be happy celebrating my win.
But listen, you replicate that performance. You replicate that performance, you guys are winning the league. And you obviously know that you have it in you. You know that you have it in you. So that's the quality that's going to be needed.
I think the most important part of today is that confidence pushing on and helping us throughout the rest of the season. Like next we play West Ham, then we play Burnley, then we play Newcastle at home, Sheffield United, Brentford, and then we play Chelsea. So we have until March, we have a really good run of games. We need to capitalize on that. If we can get a 10-game winning streak, then people can say we're back in the title race and we're serious. Right now, we're in the mix, but I don't think we're favorites. I still think we're third favorites.
Yeah. No one wants to say they're favorites when City's in the mix. But I'm going to say this real quick because I got to play my game tomorrow. After my game tomorrow, what I will be posing, because I think this weekend in particular, it's raised a lot of questions of Liverpool. And I think it's given us some answers on Arsenal. But I'm going to address that on Monday.
Big up Ahmed, man.
Can I just respond on that thing, Vea?
Yeah.
On what you just said, Vea? I think if once we're going to have a show next week, obviously, because of next week's fixtures. The week after, where we got Brentford away, we'll say a lot about Liverpool this season. Okay. I'm gonna say that.
Let's quickly before we're gonna save Tottenham for the end. Let's quickly just touch on Manchester United because they have a positive. Manchester United actually have a shining light this season. They found something. Their future is quite bright. With Rasmus Højlund, who's 22-1, Garnacho 19, Kobe Mainoo 18. Do you guys think Manchester United have a bright future with these three youngsters?
Bro, just put that picture up on the screen. When I see that, I look at minus Højlund, Carrington. You see our academy. Oh my God, it's done it again. You know, whenever we're in the mud, it doesn't matter.
Madrid,
Like
Real
Januzaj, bro.
Madrid,
Like
Real
Januzaj.
Madrid,
The other
Real
one, the
Madrid
one
will
where
be
they're
knocking on
sitting
the door in the next
come
few
on.
years.
Hey, God, man, wrong one. The one that they're sitting on the advertising board. I want to see that one. You see that one, yeah?
Oh, you want to see the photo of them sitting there? Yeah.
Yeah. That one.
Oh
is a
my
true
God. Get
reflection.
own celebration,
That
bro.
one,
Man.
yeah.
Taking kudos to celebration.
Nah. First of all,
Shadows.
it's called shithousery. You know, if a team done it, dunk it on them. Same way Mopai done it with Spurs in a different kind of light. Shithousery happens, and I like that in football. I like when players are in this action, in this fashion. Yeah. Anyways, pull up, please. Oh my God, my boys. Oh, Carrington.
Bro, stop having an orgasm.
Hi, man. Hey, man. I'm holding it in.
Why are you not in for, man?
Anyways, all I'm saying is, those three boys, because they are boys, they're kids. Two of them are teenagers, and Højlund turned 21. Yeah, he turned 21 today. So I think, honestly, Højlund is... A lot of people doubted him. Obviously, him not scoring a lot of goals, not getting that Premier League goal. He was doing very well in the Champions League. But him in the league, it was very difficult for him to get that opening goal. And now he's got 4 on the bounce. So I think when it comes to a team like United, because we've struggled to our standards, like for a long time, all it did is now these players are taking in that mantle. These players are now taking up that responsibility. Yeah, you can run whatever narrative people are saying, but ultimately, today Onana had a good game. Today, Lisandro Martinez, before he went down injured, when he went down with his injury, had a great game. And I think that Lisandro injury is going to impact us heavily, because we are going to miss him so much, because it does look like it's a serious injury, unfortunately. And it is sad that he's now come back from an injury.
Give me yourself.
And he's just come back from an injury. And now he's going to have another injury and a lengthy spell out, which is very, very sad. But I think, like, the first goal, Højlund taking it on his weak foot. People are giving Højlund the credit, but that goal comes from Casemiro winning the second ball. Something that we've not had a lot this season, where players are not winning their first and seconds. Like, if you don't win the first, you have to get the second all of a sudden. And that put us on the front foot. Højlund, weak foot shot across the keeper into the back of the net. Then you have Garnacho stepping up. Like, these are players, and yes, we're not at the standard that we should be, of course. But
by the way, do you think Kobe Maino's generational? We spoke about this the other day.
Don't get me started with that.
What? He is not generational. Stop it.
Don't get me started. That man, because he's a man now.
United fans have lost it.
After what he did against Wolves, my brother, take notes.
He's not generational, bro.
Take notes,
If Kobe Maino's generational, so is Madueke. Simple.
That is wild. That is so wild.
It's the truth.
I wonder where he's going with this. I was like, excellent. I like the landing.
I was expecting him to say somebody else, but Madueke.
That is class.
Madueke is there. I'm joking.
That is why. Now I'll say this: if Kobe Maino's generational, then Oscar Bob is generational as well.
Composure, lads, composure. So
would you agree, Veta?
Today, I'm not gonna lie. I think
one thing is better. If Kobe Maino's generational,
guys, let him have his time.
Let him go.
If Kobe Maino's generational, then so is Quansah.
What's going on?
I respect Quansah, man.
Let him have his moment. Go ahead.
I said respect Quansah.
Come on, man.
I respect him, bro. He dunked on your head.
Thank you. So, I think fans need to understand
why you put Andrew up?
United will go for a difficult period, but even clearly at our worst, or a season that is meant to be chaotic, crisis, every week they're questioning whether Ten Hag's the right man for the job. I genuinely think he is. Honestly, I think what people don't understand is United have this history over the last 10 to 12 years, where whenever we're down bad, like, as a collective, there's someone from the academy that will step up. Remember Rashford when he was bursting onto the scene?
I remember Januzaj, bro.
Hold on. We was in a bad place and he came up good. players like Garnacho, like these guys now could be Manu. Like
Federico Makeda.
I'm not gonna lie, like these players coming from our academy is fantastic to see.
Garnacho is not even good though. That's the thing.
Bro. Let's not do
Why
this.
are
Stop
people obsessed with this guy's overhead kick? He's not even good like that.
We
Yo,
can't
Yastin,
talk
why
about.
you
We
gotta
can't
be
talk.
the villain the whole day?
He's
You can't pick up anybody.
Nah, I'm hearing too much waffle, man. I'm hearing too much waffle.
But bro,
He's
on your
waffling my
channel,
ears.
you're bigging up Rasmus Højlund. On your TikTok,
Man
you're
said
bigging up Rasmus
generational. Hey,
Højlund.
yo, shut up, man.
Bro, I
Don't
hear
make
it.
me
Look,
laugh.
Igal, do you see the pain in his voice? I
Man said
hear it.
generational.
I hear it. He looks over and he says, "Raw United, they got something."
Monty.
ain't
Go outside and what? You helped
Hey,
bring
Gal,
the ball at home.
can I ask a question?
crazy.
Hey, Gal, can I ask a question?
James, all
Monty,
it takes is a little
if
assist
Mino is
and-
generational, is he on the same level as Bellingham then?
Huh? Why are we talking about players?
Hey, he's trying to deflect. You see, he's trying to deflect.
I want to
Nah,
talk
because
about
He's
Bellingham
deflecting,
is
he's
generational.
No.
People
want
argue
Rodri
Pedro's
Højlund,
the best
generational.
player in his age group. Yes.
Listen, he's 18, guys. Relax.
He's trying to deflect. Did you see it?
Relax.
I think him and
Anyways,
Lou
moving
Smiley are
forward-
the same.
All right, guys.
Moving forward, I am very concerned because Lissandro's out now again,
This show
which for me,
He's
even
got
David
ACL.
Moyes,
It doesn't look good, you know. It doesn't look good.
Relax. Post-match press conference, David Moyes was saying in his presser that Lissandro was the difference in build-up. Like the West Ham team that played us, that we played at London Stadium. I'm dead. Lissandro wasn't present in that game. We had Johnny Evans and the academy kid, right?
My man did
And,
not say that,
and
bro.
obviously, when Lissandro is back in our team, Luke Shaw, people are not talking about his return, how much it impacts us.
Luke Shawarma. Hey, yo, big up Luke Shawarma.
I don't want to
Big
hear
up
it,
Luke
man.
Shawarma.
Them overlaps,
What?
what he does in possession.
Yo, Yastin, you gotta chill,
He's
bro.
hating. He's hating. You know, it's cute. What he's saying is cute.
All right, guys.
What he's saying. I don't want to hear that.
I'm not gonna lie. I think Monty, the Man United section is gonna be very short because I don't think there's gonna be too much that people are gonna have to say. I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna let everyone say one little
It's
bit.
typical though. When Rashford's
I'm just
going
gonna let
back
everybody
to
say
us,
one little
I
bit
hear
because we're gonna
it.
save
I hear it.
the best for last. We're gonna have to cook Spurs a little bit, but I'm just gonna say this. For me, I think you guys are catching people by surprise because people don't rate you guys, so they open up against you. They don't play a low block, and it allows teams to break you down. You're able to break down teams a lot easier. That's just me.
Think of the third goal. Who got stripped? City loaned him out. He got stripped of the ball. Gave us an assist for the third goal. It was a great drive. That's what
Jay, what do you have to say on this?
Come on, man.
So I hear what United fan. Garnacho's my guy. I love Garnacho. Højlund settling in well. I think he's very good. I think he's starting to look like that striker.
Yeah,
The one thing I'd say, I think that if you look at his
by the dining room table, near the hutch.
no, sorry.
Go ahead, Vader.
Yes, I was just saying. The one thing about United that I think is important to note, and you'll probably see over the next few weeks, is despite this win, this was a margins win for me. Like it was margins. You can look at the score and everything. I look at the gameplay.
The game was
gameplay. And,
100%.
When you lose Lisandro, the scope of your margins now goes down. So now you go and play another game, and from the build from the back, the progression to the midfield, and the actual defending, you now lose that for probably at least 5, 6, 7, 8 games. Yeah,
more probably.
More, but at the least. So now you're in a situation where a game like this today, you could play the exact same game, but without Lisandro,
and we don't win.
Exactly, and it could be 3-3. So despite these youngsters looking promising and it looking, I still think United, they're going to flip-flop results over the next few weeks purely because of the margins. And it's very clear to me it's going to be very difficult for United to win certain games without Lisandro because I'm not sure the other centre-backs can give you what he gives you.
I hear it, and that's the only... Honestly, it was a great day. It was a great performance in terms of what we was doing in possession. But Lisandro going out in the second half, honestly, like, a tear came down my eye.
It's like when Madison got injured for us or Van der
Bro,
Ven.
it's
Madison was a huge loss.
That's what I'm saying. So
it's
not. It's money. It's not a
that was a
coincidence.
big loss. Trust me, it
United
was a
look
big
a
loss.
better side with Lisandro, and now you're going to take him away from the side again. I think that's going to be devastating for United.
Mute their thing because you can hear the echo.
Yeah, Yastin, I don't know what happened to your
Yeah.
audio, but it was perfectly fine the whole show. And then
No,
just
it's
out
not
of
me.
nowhere-
It can't be me. It can't be me.
I'm telling you, it's you. It's not anybody else.
Nah, but yeah, and I think like Ten Hag said post match, obviously we're gonna wait to see what actually happens with the diagnosis, how long
Is it
he's
gone
gonna be out for.
Yeah, it should
But
be.
I am one thing I am like proud is guys like McTominay. He's not starting. That's a big problem in our build-up. He's what I call Mr. Shadow. He doesn't like the ball. He hides. So when you have guys like Kobe Mainoo, you have guys like Bruno. I think for me, the only issue that I have in that midfield area is Mount, because that's our big money signing from the summer, and we haven't been able to integrate him into the team. Now, granted, he has been
60 million down the drain. Mason Mount, he flops again.
Crazy. You don't want to hear that one. But when it comes down to Mason Mount, yes, his injury didn't help, but it's about how do we integrate a player of that quality into the team. Mason Mount, very quality.
No, I just heard some voice in it.
Oh my God, I forgot you had Mason Mount.
That's what I'm saying.
I completely forgot you had Mason Mount.
So today,
Hey, yo, big up, yo, P. What's that?
What?
I keep getting muted.
On?
No one's muting you.
I got muted. I don't know. Listen, I was just trying to say, yeah. You know, Mason Mount, big up, my man. People are talking about flops, yeah. This brother has 1 goal in 370 days.
Yeah, well, nobody cares anymore about Mason Mount.
Yeah.
Why is no one talking about him, man?
Because no one cares no more.
No. It's
Vader,
fine.
what were you
It's
gonna
fine.
say?
People can hide in the background.
I'm gonna say this real quick because I know my man Monty was amped up and hype and stuff, and you know what? You can't blame him, right? Because United, they're the best commercial club out there. So when they have something to talk about, they have something to like commercialize, they're gonna do it. The youngsters, it looks like this is going to be their movement. This is what they're going to put their hopes on. This is what they're going to latch onto. So let them do their thing. I think it was a good performance. The fact that they're young is promising. There's really nothing for them to play for this season. So it's best that they're developing this talent to see whether they can actually be something to build around and have for the moving forward. And this is the kind of patience I would like to see Chelsea do.
Yeah.
There's no point in getting rid of Imaginer now, similar to like United. See who can play for the badge and who can't.
I think,
and then
even to follow up on that, in the past, against Wolves, against West Ham today, in other games in the past, there's been clear build-up strategies. We know, like, well, I don't know, I can't say we, because clearly the United fan base sometimes it goes haywire. But I see something like when I'm watching United, I see where they want to. Where does the end position? Where does everyone need to be in the start of the phase? Or everyone needs to be in the middle phase, final third? Like, I see the progressions when we have the 11 that usually starts, and that was vital in us getting we had a good season last year, and that was because we had a stable team. There wasn't a lot of injuries up until towards the end, but throughout the majority of the season, it was stable. And now this season, more in the Wolves game, and you saw a lot today with Lisandro. Lisandro is the conductor of what we do when it comes to playing out from the back and progressing the ball up. And then you have guys like Luke Shaw, you have guys like Bruno, where they will be the guys on the receiving end of a lot of that build-up. And when we don't have those personnel, then the performances drop, the results drop, and it's now how do we adapt to these situations? And I think when it comes to the adaptation period for a manager, yes, every manager would love to have ideally their best 11 week in, week out. But the reality is injuries happen, suspensions happen, anything can happen. So you need to be well versed. And that's the one area, he showed it a lot last season, but that's the one area I do hope where we recruit better players, better profile of players, because Lisandro being out shouldn't be the end of us. You know, that comes down to the recruitment, making sure that we get adequate players that can do the role as well. So it's hit and miss, and I still have faith in Ten Hag 100%. Like, for me, everything he does when it comes to the footballing that we're trying to bring and the footballing identity that we're trying to develop, I see it. And I see the fact that we're building up. And there's goals that we've scored this season that have come from everyone touching the ball, come from goal back to front. I've seen that. So why am I, after a couple bad results, maybe bad form, especially when we don't have personnel, why am I gonna react and say I want him gone? Like, I'm not on that. So
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. We spent a lot of time speaking on United right now.
don't
We
worry,
need
man.
we
As
need
we
to put
should.
Tottenham.
As we should,
Jay,
man.
your boys are last. Everton,
Yes.
2. Tottenham, 2.
Yes.
I know Vader hasn't said much, so I'm gonna let him go first on this. Vader, what do you got to say about that game, man?
Listen. Spurs. I hate the phrase. I hate the phrase.
So Spurs.
But
Say it,
what
say
is
it, say
going?
it, say it. We know you can say it, say it.
What is going on here, man? This is Everton. I know you're playing away, but to surrender the goals and to have that result, I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I didn't watch the game to break it down. I was just tuning in here and there. I expected a comfortable win. I didn't expect what many would say would be a crumble, a capitulation. I did not expect that at all. And I don't know if you can frame it any other way. What's happening here?
Crazy.
2 up to 2-2.
No, we went to up.
You weren't 2 up.
No. We went 1-0 up. They equalized. We went
Fair.
2-1 up.
2-1 up.
And then
2-1
they scored in injury time. So
But
it's
to have
not
the
it's
lead
not
away
it's
from
not
goal.
quite the capitulation.
It's not okay. So it's not as
it was very slack. It was a very slack goal to concede in that context. For me, but it's very similar to the Wolves game, and you guys can cook us for the progression of Tottenham Hotspur to a point that Everton away, a point at a good Everton side is seen as a poor result for Tottenham. Yeah, that shows the progression
Come
of the side.
on.
no, Jay. Don't
Come
do
on,
that,
Jay.
man.
Jay, come
Don't
on.
do that,
Progression
Jay.
Me
side.
or Mike,
I
man.
know you. Hey, I know you did that, buddy. I know
Yeah.
you did that.
Nah, Jay. We're not letting that sleight of hand
I'm not
happen
letting
here,
that
man.
one
Nah.
It's like, you know what I mean? It's like
For where you honestly for where you see the club, you have to be disappointed with this.
you know what? I'm not like the thing is this season is a free swing. So the emotions of disappointment, yeah. The emotions of disappointment, like
man.
I'm looking at it. We're 7 points off top. Yeah. There's a lot of games to play. It's a bad result. But
Jay, get off the script. You're reading your
Jay,
script.
Jay.
No, Jay, you're reading the script.
All I'm saying is
Yo.
we have to see Everton against other sides
Listen, let
too.
other people finish,
right?
please.
Right. So at the moment, the team has I would say the team can do a lot better in control of games. The way they see games out, things like that. Now that might be a personnel issue, missing players like Bazuma and Son and things like that. Maybe the squad is not strong enough to withstand the squad. It's basically telling me the squad and the team is not quite good enough yet. When
So
you're
the
missing
starting
players
11
like
is good.
yeah.
players-
The squad's decent. The squad's getting there, but it's basically saying Saar for 50% of the game, Bazuma missing, Son missing. Not quite. Like you're basically saying you needed that 6 against them. Maybe you wanted Bazuma there. You need Son there. So it's one of those where we still scored 2 goals. It was one of those. If we conceded from 2 set pieces, they weren't scoring against us any other way. So it's disappointing to concede goals like that. But you know, it's one of those things where it's like I haven't seen the team concede loads of 90th minute. I've not seen it since Wolves, basically. Like when we conceded 2 in the 90s. And that was like, I don't know, like 10, 11 game weeks ago. So I trust the team to sort it out. Like we're going to break it down. We're going to analyze it. Vicario's conceded a couple of goals where they seem to be targeting him. We need to have a plan to deal with that.
Have you noticed that though? Like set pieces now, they're hanging the ball over.
Bro
him.
said
They're
Rokario.
saying,
Yeah,
"Don't play with
they're targeting him. They're
Yeah.
targeting him. And the thing about in-game management is, I look at it like, if you have a squad, the manager chooses to use the squad or not. He sees them in training, and in certain moments, he says, I want this player to play. I'm going to bring this player on to me. So when people like in-game management, when he made the changes at halftime versus Brentford, and we scored 3 in 7 minutes, everyone's like, wow. And he makes changes in this game. You know, you're bringing on players like Kulusevski and stuff. You're not bringing on bums. Okay, maybe Skip's a bit of, no, I'm joking. But the whole point is that you look at the overall, and it's a bad goal to concede late on. You just have to hold it. The team is not where it needs to be in many aspects of the game. So
I need to mention one thing. Has Vicario been found out?
no, I wouldn't say
Let me
found
lay
out.
it down. Let me lay it down before you respond, because he has now conceded 2 goals in that game, and in previous games he's also conceded from set pieces where he's a little bit, people are physical with him before the ball comes in. And in the Premier League, that those goals are given. Maybe in Italy they favor the referee a little bit more.
Yeah.
Vicario definitely seems a little soft.
I'm saying, yes, you can argue, you know, you maybe look back at De Gea and you say, oh, maybe like there's a hint of that when De Gea first got to the league and stuff like that. They're roughing him up. What I'm saying on the flip side is, of the goals that Vicario's conceded, didn't Alisson get a real soft, like they go for you or they don't. I think some of those against Vicario should have been. I don't think City's was a foul, but I think you could definitely have ruled one of Everton's a foul. Like, as in, like, the guy's blocking. He's making no attempt to play the ball. He's standing.
I hear what you mean. I hear
what about the guy who dunked on him?
I'm not going to cry about it, but I'm basically saying, I'm saying, what is that? Do you know what I mean? As in, like, that is. I've seen a lot of, like, do you know what I mean? That's Igal. You cried for days when Joe Linton did that to Gabriel. Yeah? I'm not even crying about it. I'm like, I've seen him give and I've seen him not.
That's funny. I'm not gonna lie.
But you telling me that he's been found out. I'm saying
it's funny for you, but you started crying about it when it happened.
That's what I'm saying. As in, like, I'm just like, okay, fair enough. You know, maybe it's a foul, maybe it's not. I think they get.
But when you see still images like this, it looks bad.
Obviously, that's like you're saying he's been found out. I'm saying, well, is that not a foul? But I'm not gonna.
It is.
I'm
not gonna be like, I'm not gonna buy into the narrative.
Jay, do you know? I have a lot. So Jay, I have a lot of sympathy for what you're saying, because stuff like this for goalkeepers is very, very hit and miss. Like, you get certain situations, because I remember the season before, where Alisson got held onto and that was given a goal, and then a couple of minutes later we had the same situation, they give a foul. So I'm like, which one is it? Which one are you going to call? Is it going to be a foul? And then you get situations like,
do you remember Bellingham when
when Edison kicked him in the stomach. Yeah.
I was like, ooh, and that got given a foul against Bellingham.
Red.
Wait. Against City, was it a foul?
Yeah. No, I'm saying
it was the Champions League.
I'm like, it's
no. This in the FA Cup.
No, I don't think it was a foul, because I think where the ball was going, Diaz is actually making an attempt, or he's making it look. He's making it look enough like an attempt to get away with it, as in, like, he's wink, wink, nudge, nudge to the audience kind of thing.
Nah.
You see what I mean? He's going into it. The ball's there. I've seen Diaz go for headers. Diaz don't head the ball like that. Do you know what I mean? Like,
oh my goodness! What?
So yeah.
You guys are gonna make me. You guys are gonna make me record all of these and properly break it down, because this is getting out of hand.
No, but you hear what I'm saying. I'm not complaining that Everton's goals were given or City's goal was given. They can be given as fouls, but we shouldn't even be in that situation that we're holding on in the last 5 minutes. The ball should be 50 yards further up the pitch. So I can blame the team. I can blame the defensive structure. We can blame lots of things, but sometimes it's just, you just got done. You got done by a late set piece, and You know, let's
Can I
not
say
act
one
like they're
more
not
thing?
desperate for a result.
Can I say
Like,
one
do you
more
know what I mean?
thing?
They're fighting relegation.
Ange Postecoglou cost you guys that game by taking off those players. That's
I
another.
don't get why Jamie Carragher 1 second lost to Twerk for Arsenal, then he's crying. I don't get this guy, man. But either way, let's move on.
Wait, Jamie Carragher is crying? What?
This guy, he was basically he was angry at Odegaard.
Was it Odegaard taking pick? What do you think about that? Because you as a City
don't
fan,
show it. Don't
yeah?
show it. Don't show it. Don't show it.
Yeah. As a City fan, yeah.
Wait, why not?
Seeing Odegaard celebrate and be really happy and all that sort of stuff. Do you look at it as it's just fun, big win, enjoy it? Do you look at it like okay, chill out, mate? You know, you got a long way to go.
You know what? Yeah. No, the great question. It's a great question. If it was, again, as a neutral, or if you want to say a rival, not really involved in this game, because it's Liverpool. If it happened to be Chelsea, if it happened to be Spurs, if it happened to be United, I get it. You know what I mean? I get that type of reaction if the match or what the game meant was that important. But if you're doing that against like Burnley, or you're doing it against one of the lesser teams that you're expected to win, now you're like, whoa, where's your mentality at? Where are you putting these things?
I don't think it's about mentality. Can I tell you, it literally comes down to in-game tactics. I think he thought the game was won, and I thought he could see out the game with his substitutions. His substitutions were slightly naive.
Wait, what are you talking about, Igal? I thought we were talking about the Arsenal reaction.
No, I'm talking about.
You're talking about their goalkeeper. You're talking about celebrating after the game. So
yeah, I thought I was talking about the celebration.
You are talking about the celebration after the game.
Oh no, I'm talking about Tottenham.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am so sorry. I completely missed the conversation where it went. When did it go to the celebration?
No, because Yassin was saying that Carragher was upset about Odegaard taking the.
No, but Carragher, he's a Liverpool fan. What do we expect? They just lost. Of course, he's gonna cry. I'm talking about Tottenham because I felt like. Did you guys see Tottenham substitutions during the game? And I felt like this was a good point.
Carragher even win the Premier League in his career. This four, man. But listen,
one second. I'm sorry, Vader.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah. No worries.
No. As you search for the subs, I was just pointing out that if you're big reactions, celebrating wins after important games like this makes sense to me. If you're celebrating like late comebacks against quote unquote some of the lesser teams, you need to chill a little bit. And that's not in this case. Odegaard's rightfully so, that reaction against Liverpool. And again, we know that these players hear what's happening on socials. We know that they're involved within a lot of this stuff. So his reaction warranted, man, because he addressed a lot of the naysayers.
All right, Jay, this is where I think Ange Postecoglou dropped you guys the points. Bringing on Dragonson, he's saying to himself he's going to see out the game with more defenders on the pitch, take off a midfielder. Takes off Madison also. That's two of your best at retaining possession. Brings on Brian Gill, who's more of like a winger. And then he brings on Oliver Skip for Timo, who's the only midfielder he brings on out of the three. So it's like, so you've taken off two midfielders and a forward, and you're bringing on a defender, a midfielder, and another winger. You're really trying to play counterattack and play very defensive, very negative decisions with time left on the clock. You are basically leaving yourself short. And if you do concede, there's no chance you're going to score another goal with your team being that negative. I think this is where you guys lost the game. And coincidentally, where does the goal come? Literally right after, not too far. It takes a while, but a little bit after that, the pressure ends up, you face a lot more pressure, and then eventually they end up breaking through. So I think your coach looked at himself after the game, and that's why he dropped himself in the interview, because he knows he cost you guys those 2 points.
Andrew always has his head down in those kind of. I don't think it makes a material. I think you can make a point about that, but in the game, those players that weren't playing well, I think sometimes you have to take the context of players not playing well. You know, at the time, you know, you've got Dragusin. The player needs to play eventually. You know, if sometimes Ange would bring on Emerson to see something out, maybe Emerson would have been a better sub. But at the time, you've got Maddison, who's just come back from injury. We played Wednesday night, by the way. We played Wednesday night and we played Saturday morning. not a huge thing, but basically, Madison's just come back. Do you know what I mean? So subbing him, no issue with it. Werner had a couple of knocks in that game. Subbing him, no issue with it. Then you get into the other thing where it's like, okay, you're still missing some players in the squad. You know, your Solomons, your Bazumas, your Sons, and the options. The players just didn't play that well. You know, Everton had a good game. We didn't play that well. It was coming. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, we just couldn't hold on. Yeah, you can argue that we shouldn't have dropped that deep, or we should have changed it in another way. But I think it's one of those where the players just didn't perform well enough to, you know, Kulusevski, poor foul. You know, poor foul to give away that free kick opportunity. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, if Kulusevski just runs with his man, they never get that set piece. They don't score. We're having a different conversation about how Spurs had a gritty win. But yeah, it's a poor result if you're aspiring to win the league, you know. And I guess we're not there yet. We're not at that level because that's not the sort of things that top clubs really should be doing, you know. Teams that want to win stuff shouldn't be conceding goals like that. You know, it's a poor goal to concede. So we got 3 home games in a row though coming up now. So let's get 9 points and we'll see where we're at, you know, going into March.
See the 23rd. On the 23rd though.
You're going down, bro. You're going down.
We're gonna end it there. Big up Jay for jumping on. Big up Ches, of course. Big up Monty. Ram, you've been very quiet. I know why. Vader, I'll see you next week. Hopefully after a drop point situation.
Yeah. Oh, is that what you're gonna do? Okay.
And Yasin, cool calm collective as always. Done now.
Much better by the way. The